Emmerdale youngster Jack Sugden has been absent from the drama on screen in recent years on the ITV soap. However, a new theory by Express.co.uk suggests he could become centre of a massive new storyline which could see some other characters return. Jack, played by Seth Bell, is the youngest child of Debbie Dingle, Charlie Webb, and Andy Sugden, Kelvin Fletcher, who are both also absent from life in the Emmerdale village at the moment. In 2019, after his mother inherited a garage in Scotland from the late Lisa Dingle, Jane Cox, the youngster moved there with Debbie, whilst his father is still on the run for a crime he didn't commit. With his sister, Sarah Sugden, Katie Hill, and many other members of his extended family still living in the Dales, he could want to see them again, but not telling his mother where he is going could cause a huge amount of distress on the ITV soap. The youngster would now be 10 years old, and having not seen his extended family for the best part of 3 years, he would be missing them. Although he knows his mother doesn't want to return to the village, he could make it his quest to be reunited with Sarah. Packing a bag, he could begin his venture from Scotland to the Dales, but it would take a lot longer the way he wants to do it instead of asking his mother to drive him there. It wouldn't take too long for Debbie to realize her son is missing, and the first thing she would do would be to contact her mother, Charity Dingle, Emma Atkins. With no member of the extended Dingle family able to locate the youngster, terror would begin to dawn on Debbie as she realizes she might never be able to find Jack. Returning to the village for the first time in a year and a half, she would want to search the Dales herself to see if there is anywhere her family hasn't looked. The youngster would still making his way to the Dales somehow, but with his mother naive to this, she could make contact with Andy. Knowing he is on the run and was told not to contact him unless it was an emergency, Debbie would be risking everything to see if Jack was with his father. Realizing his son could be anywhere after hearing the news, Andy could make his return to the show for the first time in 6 years. As the family reunite to begin the search for him, including his mother, father and sister, he could suddenly appear in the village. It would be relief to know the boy has been found, and as she listens to why he went missing, Debbie could understand Jack wants to live in the Dales. She has had enough of life in the village, so will she decide to leave Jack in the care of her mother Charity and daughter Sarah? Andy's return would have prompted the police to finally arrest him after years of being on the run, and he would know this was always going to be the case. However, he wouldn't have cared because he knew his son needed him, and he would also be tired of constantly running away from the authorities. Could he, too, make an exit again shortly after returning as he's put behind bars? The actress who plays Sarah, Katie, has recently spoken about the prospect of her character's parents returning to the drama. Katie explained, "I think it would be lovely. Sarah and Debbie had such a nice relationship. Charlie Webb is amazing. I loved working with her. If in the future the both of them decided to come back, it would be really nice, I think," she said in an interview with The Mirror. At the beginning of the year, the actress who plays Debbie, Charlie, explained she had left the show for good following a brief return in 2020-2021. Charlie said on her Instagram page maternity leave allowed for her exit in 2019, but she was not wanting to return to the program full-time. "I went back at the end of last year for 10 weeks to complete a storyline. So, I guess officially it's been a year," she said. "I never felt the need to announce it, my decision to leave, which is why we didn't." An unnamed source added at the end of last year, "Charlie has been on Emmerdale for 19 years and her character Debbie has had a roller coaster ride. It's time for a new adventure for Charlie." Naturally, the door is open for her character, who is now living in Scotland, should she change her mind. But for now she is looking to the future, they told The Sun. Therefore, there is every possibility the character could make a cameo appearance in the future, including in a storyline involving Jack's disappearance. The actor who plays Andy, Kelvin, has also spoken out about the show and said it will always have a special place in his heart. Kelvin said, "Emmerdale was 20 years of my life. It was a huge part of my professional life, and my personal life. I've grown up on the show. I went through my adolescence on the show in front of viewers and the nation, if you like. So it's still got a very warm place in my heart, but for me as an actor, I still consider myself a young actor. I've got huge ambitions and dreams and I want to try and chase those. TV dramas and film is where I want to be, but who knows? I take each month, each year as it comes and just enjoy the ride, he told ITV's Lorraine, so there could be potential for him to return, too, in the future.